interested and most involved in the issues. I think the mayor has to have expansive figure.
Primero les cuento un poquito de mi especialidad y dónde estudié.
Eso nomás, esa verdad es sí.
Bienvenidos and welcome. Today we have a special treat. We are here in Expresión Latina and we're going to look at the salsa scene here in Omaha. The salsa scene in Omaha has grown over the last couple of years. We have a salsa orchestra, we've had salsa groups and bands, and we have among them several places where you can actually learn how to salsa, go for lessons and enjoy yourself. You don't have to be a salsa dancer. You don't have to be Latino. You don't have to be green, blue, black, or white. You don't have to have a partner. All you have to do is show up, having a good time. So we have with us today, of course, Dr. Mario Sanchez.
It's always nice being with the group, and we have two excellent members of the Salsa Club of Omaha, so I'm sure that we have a lot of questions for them.
Okay. We have with us Mr. Brandon Joyner and the beautiful Svetlana Puzareska.
Yep.
Close, like it. Thank you.
Svetlana.
Svetlana.
All these Russians up here.
And Russians who can dance salsa. I mean, really can dance salsa. So tell us a little bit about what you do here in Omaha.
Yeah.
Well, we have 3 nights of social dancing here in Omaha. We teach lessons in the various venues. And we do a lot of corporate functions and stuff like that, private parties, weddings. And so, yeah, we're the one stop for salsa here in Omaha. Do it all.
And you're originally from where?
Originally from Panama, but I was born here in the States, in Ohio,
In Ohio?
in Hamilton.
Okay.
So excuse me, you were born in Ohio, but you're originally from Panama.
My father's
Panama, Ohio.
something like that. My father's from Panama.
Okay.
And London lived in Panama as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, he has a grandson in Panama
my
now.
God.
Yeah, the grandson, man, you look too young for
My daughter just made me old. Rápido.
So let me ask you a question for each one of you. And
Sure.
I mean, you guys are great dancers. I've seen you quite a few times. Svetlana, what's salsa for you?
Passion. It's a way to get away from the real world and just enjoy yourself and forget about everything and just enjoy the music and be with it, be part of it, and interpret. And all of the venues that we have, we really encourage people to get at it, to enjoy it, not worry about how they look, and dance as if nobody's watching. So it's an opportunity to really express yourself through music. And it's such a rich, beautiful music. It has so much in it. There's so much depth in salsa music that everyone finds their own way of expressing themselves, and that's beautiful.
Excellent. And for you, Blando, what's salsa for you, compadre?
My life. I mean, I kind of put salsa before a lot of things.
Before cigarettes.
Yeah. Y lo demás. No, it's for some of us like me, it's a way of life. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of time taking lessons when I travel, so that I can bring it back to Omaha and share it with people, which is nice. When I got here, I used to be in the Navy, and when I came from Spain, there was no salsa community here. I mean, there was a little bit of music, but it wasn't really a great community. I'm sure you remember the days where this all began, when we used to go to Arthur's.
Many
A
places.
long time ago. But yeah, so that's basically what I do. Is I like to share the dance with people and share the love of salsa and the history of it.
Very good.
And besides salsa, are there other forms of dance that you teach?
Well, we do all the Latin dances. So we do cha-cha, we teach guaguancó, bachata, anything else you can think of?
Samba.
There's so many different elements inside of salsa in the music
Cumbia?
itself.
Cumbia, that's right.
Cumbia too. There's so many different elements inside the dance, like the guaguancó or the rumba. So those are elements inside that it's good for everybody to know, so you can dance those parts in the music.
What's incredible to me that salsa, and when you learn to dance salsa, there's no end to this. It's
Never
almost like
ends.
you open one curtain and you see what salsa has to offer, and then once you're at the end of it, you open another curtain and it's layers and layers and layers, and there's always something new to learn.
I call it lifetime learning
That's
Mm.
true.
because it never ends. It just never ends.
Yeah,
So-
obviously I'm much older than you are, and I've seen salsa evolve from the the 50s to the 60s and on, and salsa dancing has changed a lot because I remember the old days when I used to dance, the guy was constantly moving. The guy was
Right.
moving and turning and this,
Yeah.
and I've seen it change to where sometimes the guy's not moving at all. He's just standing there, and she's making all the movements.
Right.
And I said, well, that's kind of easy. And I said this to my daughter because my daughter's a big salsera in New York. She loves to dance. I said, you know what? Anybody can do it. She goes, no, Daddy, that's a lot of work. To tell me where I need to go and to hold my hand and give me that turn and catch me and do everything else, even though he's not moving his feet, that is a lot of work.
It's a skill and an art in both senses. The basics are the hardest part that you have to stumble through that, but once you understand, have a really good definition of those basics, I call it being inside the matrix, and it just happens.
Yeah.
But I think we have a really great community here in Omaha, and it's came a long way. I remember those. When I first got here, I think I came in on the last party that was in the hotel downtown, the Red Lion, when it was the Red Lion. For those that the younger generation don't know anything about that. But then it evolved from there to the Wingate Hotel. I mean, it's been a long time with the Latin community here, which always were extremely supportive. So I think we've came a long way, and again, now we have salsa orquestas here, and so I think we're heading in the right direction. When I travel, the biggest thing is a lot of people are shocked to know that we have salsa in Omaha, and I'm like, yeah, there's salsa in Omaha. California knows because I've taken large groups from here, but Chicago was kind of a little bit surprised. I'm like, yeah.
So we also, I believe we have a video, right?
Oh, we
have
do?
a couple.
Well,
Yeah.
So maybe perhaps we can start with the first one. So you let us know, Gabby.
Oye, bro, y María.
Yep.
Yeah, been there several times. It's a great location. The ambience there is really cool because it's small and it's intimate.
Right.
The music is really sounds great in there.
The food
Yes,
is
good empanadas,
Oh,
great
yes.
mojitos.
The
food
food
is
is
terrific. Food is terrific.
tremendous.
Yes, and everybody who comes to this venue enjoys their real mojitos. And I don't drink alcohol, so they make a special virgin or
Okay.
extra virgin one for me, and I'm just enjoying that too. But I love Gusto's Cuban Cafe for that environment where it's kind of like authentic, Hakuna Matata, just enjoy it and go at it.
Reminds me
atmosphere.
of when I first started like dancing and teaching in Spain. There's a little place in the Plaza Mina in Cadiz, and it was called Son Latino, and it's the exact same thing except they didn't have great food. You know what I mean? They didn't have food, but it was the same type of environment. And I like, that's kind of takes me back to the beginning of the reason I like that place so much is because it kind of takes me back to the beginning of when I started dancing and got used to dancing in small spaces, you know.
Right, right.
So,
Right.
And salsa's international.
oh yeah.
I mean, I remember as a teenager learning that there was a orquesta sol in Japan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Japanese people, and in Korea, I mean, everywhere you have.
huge.
Recently, we brought in Russian salsa to Omaha.
Yeah,
So
I
Blend
have
now
some
has
new
a record with
music,
some Russian salsa.
Thanks to Mr. DJ Prieto in Chicago, which he does a lot of, he does venues 7 days a week, and plus the congresses and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really evolved into something, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, you know. But when you think about it, from like you said, like the '50s and where this all began and where it's gone. Right now, what I learned this weekend when I was in Chicago is the music scene in Italy is pretty. They listen to a lot of Latina, like Cuban music and stuff like that, and I have some amazing music that I'm looking forward to playing and letting everybody hear soon.
And what's great about salsa, you can come in at any point in your life, right, and embrace the music. And then, just like you said, the music itself evolves. It's a living genre. It changes all the time, and every single person who dances it creates that music, creates salsa, helps that genre evolve. So we're all kind of playing with that music, making it
One of the
what it
amazing
is now, what it will be tomorrow, maybe.
One of the amazing things is if you travel, you go outside of, you know, the States and you go to these different places, I like it because you might not be able to speak the same language, but we speak the same language with our hands, right? And I mean, there's salsa congresses in Yemen and Vietnam and I mean, all these different places, Germany, Sweden, it just never ends. There's a different congress every weekend, you know, so it's good to meet different people from different places, and I feel like as dancers, we all grow. Where it's at is in the social dancing, actually dancing with people. You know what I mean? I'm not big on performing and all these things, but I really enjoy the social aspect of meeting new people, and because I feel like we learn something from every person we touch hands with.
And that's what I have always enjoyed about the salsa community that Blend and Build in Omaha, is that it feels not just like a place where you come, you dance and you go. You come to a community of those people who are equally passionate about the music or the dance, and you start getting to know people. And even though you don't plan to socialize, you kind of get involved with the community, and you care of what's happening in the life of this person and that person. So it becomes more than just a place to go and dance. It grows on you. It becomes your community.
It's a community,
right?
correct.
A huge family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I like about that aspect of it is there's no more looking through the yellow pages. You know what I mean? You just think about who you know in salsa that does what, or you ask somebody. And it's nice to have that little network of people from all walks of life that, you know, have different jobs and different careers. And because we interact on the social dance floors, it kind of helps us break those barriers when we really need something that's hard to find.
Right.
And that's what's interesting, like you've seen in that video, that it's people from indeed all walks of life. It doesn't matter what size, shape, just like you said, color, whatever you are, everybody enjoys the music. It's that common language that we have. And it's fascinating to meet people from all over.
Yeah, before we started the show, we were talking about the Salsa Congress in Chicago. And the fact that, you know, you go there and you're so overwhelmed by everything that's happening around you. You're seeing Larry Harlow. You're seeing the greats of salsa. You're seeing so many people from all over the world. And again, really from all over the world. And you're saying, okay, where are you from? I'm from Japan. I'm from Yemen. I'm from New York. I'm from Texas. I'm from Chicago. I'm from California. And they're all coming together to dance and share salsa.
Very friendly environment. When I was there with DJ Prieto, Luisito Rosario was there. He just got off a plane, come right up and hug me. Like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? And that's what I like about it, because it's a community of so much change. You know what I mean? Like, you meet so many different people, and it's just, I mean, it's a really good thing. And anybody that takes the time to venture out, it's good fun. It's spiritually, it's good for you. It's good for your mental It's good for
And
everything.
it's a great exercise.
Oh, yes, it is.
For those who are looking for ways of shedding a few pounds without even noticing
Beats a
it.
treadmill.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little lazy when it comes down to going to the gym, and I feel like a squirrel in that drum when I go to a gym and doing the same thing repetitively. But
An
when
hour
I
of
dance,
salsa dancing burns like 420
Oh,
calories.
is that so? A good merengue in there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
A little bit of mambo merengue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that escalates to 780 calories now.
Now, I know that a lot of the clubs, they have like a minimum cover, usually around $5 or so. Is maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, our covers range from $5 to $7 depending on the night. And currently we have one that is actually free, which is rehab. But we're playing with things, and because what's happening now is, like when we travel and spend so much money on these trips, right, and taking lessons and stuff like that, we have to reinvest to make the venues better and bigger. And so sometimes that involves changing the cover charge, you know, to make it. But I mean, $7 isn't going to kill anybody.
No.
Right, as Brennan used to say, it's like, where else can you take a date for $5 and have so much entertainment?
You can't take your lady friend to McDonald's
No.
For
for
$5
$5.
anymore.
Very true.
So I mean, and again, most of those venues come with a class, so
Free
you
class.
get your experience with the dancing, and yeah, we're getting ready to do some really amazing things at rehab. We're gonna do a new happy hour that's gonna be the most amazing thing in the Midwest. So that's coming up soon. We're always working, and that's what I love about some of the bar owners and the club and restaurant owners, is the community that I have with them. We all network together, and we stick together in making things better for the public, which didn't exist when I came here. When I
Right.
came here, it's all about the people were more concerned, bars were more concerned about how much people are consuming, more so than just having that
Yes, that bottom dollar.
amazing social interaction with people, which is a privilege.
Right.
You know, a lot of times people tend to forget what that's all about. It's a privilege to dance and share intimate space with somebody, you know, and it doesn't exist to me, it doesn't exist other than in the salsa community. You know, you go to any other types of clubs, you don't know what you're getting when you get there. you
Right,
know.
and as a lady, I can say you go to our venues and you feel safe. You know that this is all about the dance.
Correct.
And if you want to take it a notch up to a different direction, that's up to you after hours. But when I talk to ladies, they know that they come there to enjoy
That's very
the
comfortable,
dance.
a lot of respect.
Right,
It's
right,
just-
right.
And
It's
the
a
gentlemen,
safe place.
the gentlemen
to
walk
be.
ladies to the car, which didn't exist.
Correct.
It's
Right.
been a long.
Chivalry's back.
Oh yeah,
Chivalry's back.
I enjoy it though because it always is a constant reminder of where this evolved from. You know, I remember the days at Ron Shepard's studio at Just Dance when I first started my socials. You know, I used to have to redress the guys when they come in and pull their pants up and turn their hat around. And now those same guys are, you know what I mean?
They come in proper.
They come in proper and they respect everybody, and that's the biggest thing. This is a social, safe dance environment.
Right, and for ladies, this is a legitimate place to put on high heels, makeup, all the jewelry, glitz
Yeah.
and blitz, and all of that kind of thing,
Sure,
and feel like a lady, you
Right.
know. Because other than that, our everyday life is usually you go to a store in sneakers and jeans, and low key kind of environment. There, you can really feel like a lady.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that on Sunday, my girlfriend and I were driving home. She goes, "Hey, let's go to House of Loom and go dancing." And we went there and had a great time. The music was great, and there was a guy that I knew that he's a customer of mine. He came up to me and goes, "Hey, I didn't know you salsa dancing." Well, I'm Puerto Rican, yeah. I kind of started dancing before I started walking. But he had taken the lesson, and he was showing me some new things that I didn't know.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I think our next video actually is from House of Loom, if I'm
It
correct.
is, yes.
And that's something I want to reiterate with people. You know, we all start dancing in the same place. You know what I mean? So it's not one of those things where nobody's not good enough to do it. You know, it's all about expressing yourself and having fun. It's not a dance contest.
Correct.
It's a fun contest.
There's no test at the end.
Right.
Exactly.
And you start with a basic step and you build on. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Left, right, right.
that there was a celebration, there was some type of birthday party.
Yeah.
So you do include birthday parties and celebrations in your lessons and the places that you.
Right, and that was actually a picture from Blenda's recent birthday party. That was quite an event. But we have another 2 parties coming up, and what they do, people sometimes let us know that they're going to be celebrating, or they don't. They just show up with the cake and candles and lots of their friends, and we make sure we play a special song, and everyone, if it's a girl, then all of the guys get in a circle and dance with that girl, and vice versa. So it's always a lot of fun.
We can set things up, prearrange it so that, because sometimes the parties are coming from out of town and stuff like that. So we'll see what they need and try to make the environment, if it's a theme or something,
and sometimes people come celebrate other events too, the birth of their child, or somebody's engagement, anything really.
I have a question. Obviously, it's not one of the questions I was thinking about asking, but I think it's always fun to have another question. A little bit outside this, have you ever been outside the United States in another country, and maybe both of you go out there and show what you have? And have you, like Russia or any place?
Well, together as dance partners, we haven't had a chance yet to be outside of the U.S., but in the past I've danced salsa in England.
Oh, wow.
And Russia, obviously. Yes.
And it's bigger in England than it is in the United States, believe it or not. It's
really?
huge.
Oh. What about Russia? What do
Russian
they think?
salsa community is growing really, really fast. And because Russians, just like a Latino population, where we grow up with music and dance, with the culture of enjoying parties, having
They
fun.
even sing, right?
And
They're drinking and singing. That's
Drink,
it.
sing, dance. That happens
Yeah.
all the time. So Russians are very quick to pick up Latin music. And for some reason, Russians have always loved Latin music. So salsa was a very natural dance for people to pick up. So
It's
there's
amazing.
big congresses happening in Moscow, and St. Petersburg is one of the biggest ones.
I was just looking at a video last night of this group of Casino Rueda dancers, Russian Casino Rueda dancers, that just went up into the subway and decided to make a dance video, and you can see the people like wondering what they're doing, and then all of a sudden the crowd grew and they're watching them dance. I think that's amazing, and on the subway.
What about England? I mean, I would not expect English people to really like salsa.
It's
because
huge in England.
What's crazy about it is the social dancing level is very, very high. It's like high as in a Congress level, like what we go to, the environments we go to. I've done a lot of dancing in Spain, danced in Italy. Haven't danced.
What about Spaniards? Do they like dance salsa, or do
Salsa is bigger in Spain than it is in the United States as well. And when it comes to music, you can't tell them anything unless it's timbre or Cuban music. You know what I mean? But in the 7 years that I was there, I was able to show them the other side of the wonderful Puerto Rican salsa and stuff like that. It took a long time because they're really strong-headed. But as I started DJing and stuff like that in Spain and introducing this music to them, was phenomenal.
And it's interesting how you acquire your taste to salsa music. When you first start, you like certain kind, and then you develop your taste for something else. And Blendon plays a lot of classical salsa music from the older days, as well as all of the new hits.
Yeah. So we have 3 minutes. I believe we have 3 minutes left. So maybe we should ask I was going to do that. Do you offer private lessons?
Sure.
So lots of people out there, I'm sure that they want to learn how to dance.
Absolutely. We have a couple tonight after we leave the show. We offer private lessons to anybody that wants to take private lessons.
What's the phone number? What's your phone number?
Or is there a website, or what's the best way to reach you guys?
Maybe we can repeat
Right there.
The phone number is 720-469-5794. Believe it or not. Again, that's 720-469-5794. It's a shame I don't know my own number.
So it's so again 720-469-5794.
And it's easy to find us on social media, on Facebook as well. So if you Google or look for Salsa Social Dancing in Omaha, or Google Salsa in Rehab, Salsa at House of Loom, Salsa at Gusto's Cuban Cafe, those links will pop up.
And for those folks who actually want to go to the places you are now, Sunday is House of Loom.
Sunday is House of Loom. Wednesdays Rehab Lounge, and Fridays is Gusto Cuban Cafe. Wednesdays and Fridays we try to keep everything consistent, so they all start at 7:30. with the exception of Gusto's, and it's because they have a restaurant, and you definitely want to eat some good food
Yep.
before
And
you
what about
dance.
Sunday? Do you guys have any Sunday?
Sunday's House of Loom. And,
Right after church, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right after church.
Late church.
Right after.
Yes.
You have to go to church first. I mean,
Yes.
then after you can salsa after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we can finish off with a little bit of the last video that we have, if we can squeeze it in there.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we appreciate it. Exceptionally well.